Welcome to the Grapefully Yours Wine Show. I'm Jim Campanini, co-host of your show, and my other co-host today is my brother, my twin brother, John Campanini, one of the top vintners in Rhode Island. He makes his own Zinfandel for the Big River Winery in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. How you doing today?
Doing very well, James. Nice to see you this beautiful morning.
Yeah, it's hard not to see us since we're staying in the same beautiful house here on Holmes Beach and Anna Maria Island, right off the west coast of Florida. It's going to be a gorgeous day today. It's about 60 degrees right now. We're sitting poolside, and we'll get a couple of nice wines to talk about today. I hope that your day is going to be beautiful wherever you are. So, Johnny, why don't you tell us a little about last night's adventure that we had?
Well, we went into Sarasota, downtown Sarasota, a beautiful restaurant that we visited before called La Mucca Ballerina, which translates as the dancing cow. And it was my wife's birthday, so we had a nice group of friends and family members, and altogether were 10 of us. And what a feast we had. It could have been called a wedding feast. The food was just kept coming. It was beautiful. We started with antipasto, individual plates of roasted eggplant, and we even had some tripe. And it was just a fantastic meal, and it turned out well.
Yeah, yeah. Chef Mario really put out, he went out of his way for it. And the place was packed. We were there for 5 o'clock. The place, the sidewalk was overflowing with people standing. He's got seating for about 30 people outdoors under nice lights. But we're inside the restaurant, and we got there about 5 o'clock. And he told us nicely that we had to be out by 7:30 because he had a group of 20 coming in. So he came out with the caprese salad, the 3 different kinds of bruschetta, and it was just fascinating. By the time we ordered our regular meals, I mean, we were already stuffed. But we drank some great wines. Every time I come down, he's got a new selection of red and white wines. Last night he had a corker. It was the Primitivo, and it was
very special.
Absolutely fantastic. That's an Italian Zinfandel, but it went tremendously with the wines. We had also a bottle of a Chianti Classico, and we opened the night with a Super Tuscan, and but it was a fantastic evening, and everybody had a good time, especially the women. So.
Very good time, and it'll hopefully keep me in good graces with my wife for another year.
Yeah. So today we want to give a shout out to from Toronto, Canada, down here. He's now a good friend, and his name is Emiliano Oliveri. He loves wine. When he heard that, I was the wine novice, I was introduced to him, and he started peppering me all kinds of questions, and we had a great conversation. We even played a round of golf together. Johnny grabbed that wine over here. He gave us a bottle. He and his wife Marlena down here, they own a house on Holmes Beach, and he was telling me about this wine that he picked up at Walgreens. They were having they were clearing their shelves, going out as they were taking out some stock, and evidently they had a case of wine. This V. It says V on it's Il Bruno di Vespa Primitivo from Salento, Puglia. And of course, I like Primitivo. But he said to me, "Oh, they had a closeout, and they were charging $1.59 a bottle." He said he went up to the manager. He said, "How come you're selling that for $1.59 a bottle?" And he said, "Well, it didn't sell well. I think people understood what Primitivo really is, and we need the shelf space. We're getting rid of it. Got 12 bottles left, so he bought all 12 bottles. And he it's a 2021, which tells you right off the bat it's fresh, it's fruity. And he said, "I want you to try one." He says, "Because I tried, it was excellent. There's nothing wrong with it." He says, "It was turned out to be a deal." and I had to concur with it. We tried it. We opened it.
It was delicious. Very
It's
good.
delicious, but even when you're in stores, with the local stores, or I know the New Hampshire wine outlets, they do this regularly, and we've talked about it before. They have that clearance section when you first go into the store. There's nothing wrong with it. You're going to be a little more wary of the whites, because whites don't have the ageability of the reds, but usually that's what they're doing. They're not going to put bad product out there to turn off their customers just to sell a bottle of wine. So look at those wines. The best thing is to understand them. If you go on Vivino, the app, and look at it, look for the year, the rating. Hey, 88, 87, 89 points. Sometimes you get them over 90 points, but basically they're clearing out their stock. They can become the best deals. I mean, Emiliano picked this up for a case of wine for $20. What a deal! And it's absolutely fabulous. I mean, we really enjoyed it.
My bottles cost me $1.84 just to make my own wine. So that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Deal.
So he made out all right. We had the bottle, and we had some calzones with it the other night. It was absolutely fantastic. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Check the vintage. If it's a recent vintage, it's going to be good. It's going to be fruity, at least. It's going to be fresh. And then what are the grapes used in that wine? And hey, it's worth taking a shot at one bottle, and then if it's great, you hustle back and you get more. All right, today, what we want to talk about, it's heating up here down in Florida. But a couple of days ago, we had 38-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and you couldn't even go outside. A couple of our chairs got blown into the swimming pool. You couldn't play golf. And it was kind of cool. Now, no wind, beautiful, going to get up to 72 today. I heard it's going to be really nice over the weekend up north, get into the 50s. But we got Valentine's Day coming up next week. And then spring is just around the corner. And down here, they're drinking a rosé, which I drink it all year round. I find it refreshing. We went into an Italian wine shop the other day, and he had some specials on rosé. You go to every restaurant down here, they're always pushing the rosé. But it is a refreshing drink. Come home from work or sitting by the pool, which mostly everybody does around here, and then they drink it. You like rosé?
I like rosé. I mean, I'm a red wine fan, but once in a while, a change of pace. It's a very relaxing drink, something that's easy to respond to, and I do. I enjoy it, as I say, just to have something different. Enjoy it with a little cheese, something that I can munch on, relax with.
Well, rosé is an interesting drink. It's not a sparkling wine, although there are some sparkling wines. They make prosecco with a rosé component now, because you can add Pinot Noir to the Glera grape in Italy to make the prosecco rosé. You can see it on the bottle. Matter of fact, Costco has a brand, prosecco rosé, under their signature Kirkland signature brands. They charge like $12.99 for it. It's absolutely great. But we picked out a couple. You've heard me say before, you might not necessarily want to spend a lot of money for that top tier wine. Okay, the first label. Caymus has it, all kinds of the wineries have it. But it's that second label that they put out from the same vineyards, and the same varieties that cost much cheaper. It's their little sister or little brother to the big wine. All right. The big difference is, hey, it could be the style that they make it in, or they usually put that the first one, the high tiered one that costs so much money, has the select grapes. Those are the very best grapes on the grounds that they hand select to go into that wine, and makes it a little more prestigious and maybe tasty and stuff. Okay. Yeah, sometimes that's true. I've never really fallen for it because the big thing, the big adventure for me is the hunting out these good bargains in the second tier wines, and so it's interesting what's happening in the rosé market now. The French make some great rosés. That's where it came from in southern France, and blending and stuff. Well, now some major houses, are coming out. Well, they have come out with their second labels. So it's like Whispering Angel, which is made by the Chateau de Clan in southern France. They came out with that, took America by storm. It is a great rosé. Sometimes it usually ranges in price from $19 to $25. When it first came out, it was $30 around there. It's a great wine, Whispering Angel, nice bottle, got a nice name. Boy, it really captivated the market when it came out. And in the last decade, when was it launched? Let me see here. It launched in 2006. So now they've come out with several years ago. They came out with a second label. All right, and it was actually
good marketing, very good marketing.
Yeah, you can see this. Let me see which way do I have to go. Right here, The Beach. Okay, by Whispering Angel. It says nice bottle. What would you call that color?
Oh, that's
salmon, pink,
pink
light
salmon.
Pink,
very light pink, almost translucent.
So this is made in France. It was created by Saka Lichine, who originally made the original Whispering Angel, and it came out a couple of years ago. And this sells for $13.99. So the difference is, do you want to, spend up to $25 for the Whispering Angel, or do you want to go to the beach? And of course, it's got a wholesome look. It's got a very cool, refreshing look. The label is nice, and it's basically designed for people. I think going to the southern France, the beaches. In America here, it took over the Hamptons up there. The glitterati and stuff, but. It's on the shelves now for $13.99. We're gonna taste a little of it. It's got a nice screw cap. Okay, give me a little glass there, Jack. Here, we'll give you a little taste before breakfast. Okay,
Absolutely. Jim's supposed to make breakfast this morning, so I'm joining the show.
I'm gonna make French toast. We're gonna have French toast and rosé.
So at least I get something from my brother during this trip as I'm down here.
Now, the big thing with rosés are the blends. Okay, you can make it with any kind of grape, red, white, whatever. The French have mastered the blends, as we know, Bordeaux, the Rhone Valley, and in different sections, the authorized grape is different. That's what makes French wine so incredible. Their blending techniques and how they put these together. So there's 4 grapes in this blend. Okay, it's Grenache, one of my favorites, Cinsault, Carignan. I'm sorry, there's 3. There's 3: Grenache, Cinsault, and Carignan. Okay, all red grapes. So
but you can see that it's actually clearer. Let me get in there. You could see between the bottle and the wine that's in the glass.
Yeah, it's very pale pink now.
Can we have a drink now?
Yeah. What do you think the aroma though? Smell the.
It does. It smells actually almost floral.
Yeah, floral and perfumey and stuff. You might put some of this on your forehead, but. Wow, it's good. Nice taste, huh?
Yes, it is. It's subtle. It's got
a lot of citrus and cherry. Yeah, it's but very light. Very light. And I like it. I like the taste.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Whispering Angel. Okay, don't get me wrong. But this for $13.99, second tier wine, and
very good.
The other thing with rosés now, they're moving more and more of them to cans and even boxes because here we are by the pool. I get this bottle here. It's perspiring. You can see that outside in the warmth, and putting it on ice and stuff. But you want convenience now, and a lot of people do. You're sitting by the pool. You spill a can of wine, nothing happens, nothing breaks. Glass causes a lot of problems. I haven't seen this yet, but it's probably the next thing. The French they've been resisting because everything French has to be the exact right way. But I've seen some producers go to cans. I don't know if you'll ever see a French wine yet in boxes, although boxes keep wine fresh. There's nothing wrong with boxed wine.
But my question is, what do you do when you open a bottle of rosé and you don't finish it? I'm always in between how I'm supposed to treat it. Am I supposed to chill it, keep it chilled?
Oh, yeah. Don't keep it out on the mantelpiece, let it get warm, and then you re-chill it and stuff. That'll kill the freshness, okay? So we're going to just put this one back in the refrigerator, cap this off, and it'll be fine. And
I think in this home today, this will be finished before.
I think before
noontime, it'll be finished.
Yeah, if it makes it past noon, we're not doing our job, But yeah, and these rosés are light. This has got 13% alcohol, and it goes with. It goes with a variety of foods. I mean, you can have this with ham and eggs, French toast. You can have this with French toast, But light appetizers, like you mentioned, in the afternoon, so it's pretty good. Okay, let's move that one to the side because we got another one here. All right. Now, we've all heard of the Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie union. Over a decade ago, they bought Chateau Miraval, which was one time a famous vineyard estate that had fallen into disrepair in southern France, near Provence. And Brad really took to the place. He just wasn't a celebrity, want to put his name on a bottle. He actually really got interested in wine. Angelina, I guess, gave him support and money. And they really revived it. Chateau Miraval made a big comeback with their rosé. Okay. Now, there's a wine. It was really a celebrity wine off the bat because of star power. Angelina, Jolie, and Brad Pitt. But
you still had to grow a good grape, though.
Well, that's the thing. The critics realized, gee, this is pretty good, and they'd made 60. I think they bought it for around 60 million with their investments. They put total 60 million replanted vines. Brad formed a later partnership with the Perrin family from Chateau Beaucatel, which is premier Grand Cru territory. The Perrin family, they've been in France for generations, making great wines, and they became the consultants and helped the partners. And Chateau Miraval was just not a pretty wine. It was a pretty damn good tasting wine, And Brad really got a lot of acclaim from it because, he was doing it and he wanted to produce more wines, whites down there and other things. Well, so Chateau Miraval came out originally because I remember buying my first bottle of it around $30. Then the price came down to $25 as the volume increased. They kept increasing the volume, and then it was like on a lot of #1 lists for a while there. Mm-hmm. And it costs right around that mark right now. You can get on sale for about $19 sometimes. Sometimes, it goes on sale, but it's usually it hovers around that 22 to 25 mark. That's a good wine. Well, they did so well with it, and everybody wanted more. They came out with a second label wine called Studio. Mm-hmm. The Hollywood. Yeah, show them that bottle out. Mm-hmm. Raise it up a little. Can you raise that up a little? Yeah. See, studio. There it is. The Hollywood motif. So this is their second label, rosé, and it's Studio Rosé Côte de Provence. So it's from Provence. Made by the Brad Pitt and the Perrin family at Chateau Miraval, this launched in 2019. The original Miraval launched in 2012. So I bought this. We bought this at this wine store the other day. It was selling for $18.99, which was still a little high because I've seen it up north less than that. 15 to $18. You get it on sale. You can find it at different places, the New Hampshire liquor stores and stuff. So this has 4 of the varietals that go into its big sister, Miraval. Once again, Grenache, Cinsault, and then there are 2 native grapes to the area, Rolle, Rolle, in the rare Tiboran. Okay, so this is a real native rosé to southern France. It's got 4 indigenous grapes used in it, and look how pale. Look how pale the color is.
It's almost white.
Yeah, translucent and stuff. So we're gonna give this a shot. This is a 2021 studio. Why do you open that, Johnny? Can you open that, please? See, I'm gonna. No, it's a screw off. Just screw it off. Oh yeah, use this, and we're gonna give this one a taste. And it like I said, because you can't get it. Can't screw it off. I have a little technical difficulty there. I should have opened it up before when you should have. Let me see.
So my hands are so wet from the.
There it is.
There you go. Good. See, you're more expert at that than I am, Jimmy.
Okay, so I'm gonna pour and wow, that is a light wine. Light colored, I should say.
Oh my God.
But you get a little cup there. So we're gonna see studio. What do you?
I would have needed like Moonslow.
Is it expressive? Let's taste this aroma.
It's a stronger aroma than the.
Yeah, it's got a little more.
Yeah. Than the last one.
A little more perfume, a little stronger. And it's got a little more orange peel in it. Yeah. I mean, they're all kind of citrusy, but this is,
wow. This has a,
more definition in the taste.
yeah, you can taste it all the way down. I mean, even, oh my God, almost like a little bouquet at the end.
Yeah, it's very. It's got a lot of characteristics. So you can actually taste the cherry, the cherryness in this. The red, that red fruits, the red fruits flavors, but
almost like
got a nice tangerine,
like rustic, like from local. I mean,
yeah, herb. Yeah, there probably could be, but I find it fascinating that this really does have definition to taste.
Yeah.
And it does stay with you longer, lingering finish.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Very elegant. Yeah.
Maybe I'll have this with my pizza later on or something.
You could, but hey, kudos to Brad Pitt. Now he's in a contentious court fight because with his divorce with Angelina, she sold her share to a big Russian oligarch. Okay, 51%, and he owned 49%. And now that happened 2 or 3 years ago, and he's been in court because he said he had the right of first refusal if she ever wanted to give up the property, and so that battle's raging on. But Brad got his head down, and he's still making the wines and spending time around the chateau and with the parent family. And it looks like he's doing pretty good, because this wine is really good. I would even go so far as to say, why spend $25-$30 for Miraval? I know it's good, because this is really a step up for number two. I mean, this could be a number one, I think, in a lot of different operations.
It's very good, and like you say, there's a lot of things going around once you put that in your mouth.
Yeah. So there's the studio by Miraval. Take a look at it. Check it out at your local store. If you can get it for less than $18.99, I mean, I'd grab a bottle. I would think for a second,
Definitely worth it, just to taste it.
Yeah.
Try it out for yourself.
Yeah, your friends would love it. Okay, now we're going to talk about, all countries are making their own rosé. I mean, even the domestic producers in America, and it's funny that they're making them with some of the grapes you never even thought that they would use. I saw a Cabernet Sauvignon rosé. You say, wow, that might be a little harsh, but no, they the free run juice that they get from when they start the fermentation process, and it comes out very light. Naturally, I don't like those big, thick-skinned grapes for rosé, but you can try them. Syrah sometimes makes a nice rosé because it's spicy. Cabernet, the Spanish grapes are very good. Portuguese, Spanish makes some nice rosés. So one of my favorites is from Italy. And I met the Pasca family, Alessandro Pasca. He's the president of their U.S. operations. He works out of New York. He came up to the Wine Connection. He's come up several times. I've seen him when they have Pasqua Family Day, and they show all their wines, because they have some nice red and white wines, and it's all on the theme, because they come from just outside of Verona. All right. So the Romeo and Juliet, they have the Romeo and Juliet line of wines, and the Passion is their blend. It's a passion they put out. It's on the label. But they've got a great rosé, and it's not a gimmick. It's called 11 Minutes. Okay, want to bring that bottle over here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
11 minutes.
And what the 11 minutes means is that's the time that they've determined that the wine stays in contact with the grape skins when they crush it. Like I said, they lightly press the grapes to make rosé, and that first juice that comes out, they run it off and ferment it, so it stays very light. It doesn't have much grape skin contact. And when you do have contact with the skins, that's when you pick up more color, more flavor, character in the grapes, okay? Well, most rosé makers don't want that. They just want that nice natural, that first run that's produced from that grape. Well, over at Pasqua in Italy, what they do is they say, hey, we like the color being a little darker, not way darker. And this has got a salmon color to it.
It does.
And
more tannins, I believe.
Yes. And they say, we also like it when it's got a little more taste, a little aroma. So, the Italians will say, hey, we want to be able to add these special traits to our rosé. So they came up with this, and they said, hey, let's call it 11 minutes. 11 minuti, but 11 minutes is on the label. And you know what? It costs $17.99. Comes in look at the bottle. It looks like a perfume bottle. And I've been drinking it for several years, and I really like it because I find the taste different, intriguing. I'm going to let the brother John have a little taste. And like I said, it's all in the blend. So what is the grapes that go in this? Corvina, which is the basis for making Amarone, okay, Valpolicella, Corvina, Trebbiano di Lugano, okay, comes from the grape, the right around the lake area, Lugano, Lugano, and that's a white grape. Okay, so you got a red grape, a white grape, Syrah, another red grape, and Campanini, which gives it the structure. That's the Spanish grape. So the Corvina gives it the floral.
Got a lot to start off with.
Trebbiano, the elegance and the long finish, and the Syrah, spice notes. So, what do you think?
This is delicious. It's interesting because I can actually taste the little Syrah in here that I think makes a difference between the other two.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it really comes out in
well, it really makes your palate respond. It's got almost like a tartness there in the middle. It's you're tasting the wine because it makes you alert. But it is
this. I mean, all that we tasted today are wonderful, but this one can make me a big fan.
Oh yeah, yeah, and the Pasca family's been around Verona. They launched their winery in 1928, and they practice like most of these wineries, sustainable farming methods. They've been innovators. And, it's been over the last decade that they really got into the export business and opened up branches in the United States. Like I said, Umberto's son, Alessandro, is the director of operations in America, and he's based in New York. They have another son, Riccardo, who does the same in Italy. And Umberto makes sure that the kids... I figli stay under control. He's back
Absolutely.
there.
You need that in the family. So I noticed also that this is the alcohol content in here is less of the other two. It's
good point, John.
12.5.
12.5, a little less alcohol.
13.5 and 14. So it's
yeah. So it's interesting. You've got the like I said, you've got Valentine's Day coming up next week, but spring is right around the corner. I drink rosé all year round. I mean, it stays it stays well. You keep it in the refrigerator, in a cool place in your house and stuff. And it's great with like John said, cheeses, appetizers, fish appetizers. Anything, sometimes I even have it with a little dessert, carrot cake. But
we had carrot cake last night.
Oh, carrot cake, delicious.
I made carrot cake.
But it's a good to spark up your palate, enjoy, sit around with friends, and you can give. You can have a nice time. It's a good way to open up a party if you're having a party or celebration. But more and more Americans are drinking rosé. I mean, it's going off the charts. Prosecco is like a number one seller right now. The number one selling wine from Italy is Prosecco in America. And
so this wouldn't be like a pre-game aperitif. We have this throughout the entire 4 quarters. It'll last. It's
well, if you want to, but football is like the Super Bowl is Sunday. Football is an American sport. I think we got to go to the domestic product.
Well, but this might be a good way to start it off, though, just to get.
You could have a glass, but there's going to be a lot of banging on TV. So you want that
contact sport.
Yeah, you want that.
Not the Tuscan,
big American wines. You know what I mean? Yeah. They'll do the Cabernet or the Merlot,
and even the old wine Zinfandel.
Old wine, the
Zinfandel, the Saldo that I just picked up for my Sunday afternoon with American football.
Yeah. Because what are we going to have? We're going to have the calzones, the big antibas.
We're going to have 3 different types of pizza.
Or maybe Teddy Panos who's the the network owner and our producer here today for InsideLowell.com. Maybe he'll send down a nice tray of lamb, a nice baked lamb with us with the potatoes.
That would be the kind thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, are we going to do a little prediction or just say to enjoy the game? And
Well, whatever you want to do. What do you think's going to?
I personally think that it's going to be a great game, but you always got to dethrone a champion. So I have to stay with Kansas City, even though I have nothing in the game, no bets or anything like that. But I'm just looking forward to a good game, but I believe it's going to be a low-scoring game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with San Francisco. I think I like Brock Purdy. I like that San Francisco team. And I'm really tired of the San Francisco, the KC, the Chiefs, all the commercials on TV, this stuff about Taylor Swift. Man, I love Taylor Swift, love Kelsey, Travis Kelsey, and Patrick Mahomes. But you know what? I'm going to go with San Francisco. San Francisco needs a break. They've had a lot of problems this year, And I'm just not talking about the football team. I'm talking about the city, which I used to go to San Francisco, the wine goddess, and I, it was a beautiful city. I mean, the last couple of times I've been there.
San Francisco disappointed me, though, years ago, because I actually thought the Golden Gate Bridge was golden. And when I went over it, I said, what's this? It's all painted red.
Oh, yeah.
So from that day forward, I just said, well, I'm going to leave it behind. Like Tony Bennett said, I left my heart in San Francisco.
Yeah, well, all right. That's it for today. I hope you enjoy.
I'm going to just finish the show a little more, Jimmy.
Yeah, why don't you give me a little taste there?
Okay, yes.
Okay. Well, until we see you next, may the rosé be with you. Salud.